Hey guys, I'm back with Lily to the rescue. And last time we read chapter 8. And remember, they were trying to find Scamper and Dash. Maggie Rose and her family were trying to find Scamper and Dash a home. And they went to another ranch and they found Scamper and Dash's mother named Sadie. So chapter 9 says, well, even though my girl was yelling for me, I couldn't run to her because I was in the yard behind a fence. When I heard Dad call my name, I barked. The moment I barked, that horse creature regarded me in absolute amazement. A lot of animals are really impressed when they hear a dog barking, as well they should be. I went to the gate and did sit, being a good dog, expecting the woman to open it, but she did not. I looked up in the air to see if Casey could fly down to help. He'd opened the pig's cage, so he could probably open this gate too. But Casey was still in the trees and didn't seem to know that I needed his aid. Every time I heard Maggie Rose's voice calling my name, it sounded closer, and I joyously barked right back. Soon I saw Dad and Maggie Rose emerge from the trees, their scents coming to me on the air. Lily! Maggie Rose called my name again. She broke from Dad's side and ran up to the fence, so I was able to push my nose through the wire to touch her outstretched hand. What are you doing here, Lily? Maggie Rose asked. Dad approached, peering at the big pig and the woman. He took off his cap and scratched his head. Hello, he said to the woman. Looks like you found our dog and our pigs. Scamper and Dash were still joyously climbing all over their mother pig. The woman was smiling. Howdy, she said. I'm hoping you'll be able to explain what just happened, but because I'm pretty sure that these are the same two little piglets that I lost more than a week ago. At least I think they are. And Sadie sure acts like they are. The big pig had rolled onto her back, and the little pigs were all over her, still squealing and jumping around. They are? Well, my wife's rescue got a call that there were two little pigs loose in a truck stop off I-25. When she got there, these little girls were racing around, knocking over clothing racks and having a grand old time, so she scooped them up and took them back to the animal rescue, and we bottle fed them until they were old enough to eat on their own. Now we've been out looking for a home for them. The woman shook her head. I-25? Truck stop? I wasn't at a truck stop. And suddenly she gasped. Wait, I did stop at a rest area, and I think, yes, there was a truck stop across the highway. Somehow these little girls wriggled their way out of the livestock trailer and must have crossed that highway. It's hard to believe, but there can't be any other explanation. We've been trying to find a good home for Scamper and Dash, Dad said. That's what my little girl here named them. Maggie Rose looked up and smiled a little. We were at your neighbor's place and they somehow escaped their cage. Her dog Lily must have led the pigs straight to your ranch. Well, if you're looking for a good home, there isn't a better one than right here with their mommy, the woman said. I have ducks in my pond, I have that llama, I've got a few cats and an old donkey, and I just love farm animals. I bought Sadie and her two little ones so that they could come here and have a happy life. Scamper and Dash? Those are fine names. Scamper is the one with the dark spot on her face, Maggie Rose said. I like this ranch, Dad observed. I especially like the llama. Why do you have a llama? Maggie Rose asked. Do you ride it? No, the woman replied. Llamas are pack animals. So I suppose if I did a lot of camping up in the mountains, I'd take them with me and he'd carry my tent and supplies. But no, I just have them for safety. Safety? Maggie Rose asked curiously. She's right, Maggie Rose, Dad said. Llamas are protective. They watch out for their own young, but also for other animals who live with them, especially a lone male like this one. If a predator shows up, the llama would run to attack it. They don't bite, really, but they can stomp with their legs and they spit too. Most predators will back off. I noticed that my two pig friends had fallen fast asleep on their mother, who was sprawled on the ground, lying on her side. It looked pretty cozy. I've never napped with a grown pig before, but I was starting to feel tempted. So, the woman said, as you can see, this would be a good home. How much do you want for the pigs? Oh no, Dad said. I was never going to sell them. We were just looking to adopt them out. I'm a game warden, but I spend almost as much time helping my wife's animal rescue as I do anything else. This is the first time we've had pigs, though. Well, the woman responded, you must let me make a donation to your wife's rescue operation at the very least. Dad smiled. That would be nice, he agreed. Could we come visit Scamper and Dash someday? Maggie Rose asked. It always makes me sad when we find a new home for an animal and I never get to see them again. Of course, the woman said, grinning broadly. I promise you Scamper and Dash will never forget you, and they'll definitely never forget your little dog. Maggie Rose walked over to where Sadie was lying sleepily with her dozing babies. Goodbye, Scamper, Maggie Rose said, giving Scamper a big hug. Dash opened her eyes and got to her feet so she wouldn't be left out. You too, Dash, Maggie Rose said, hugging her as well. We tracked back through the woods, following our scents, and as we walked, I could not see or smell Casey anymore, and I wonder if he'd flown back to be with Mom and Brian and Craig. When we returned to the truck, I saw that the boy and the man who had greeted us were no longer outside. The cage where Scamper and Dash had been wrestling still sat with its door open, and there was Casey. He was inside the cage watching us. Ree, Casey croaked. He must have followed us somehow, Dad marveled. But he doesn't want to fly all the way back. He wants a ride. Dad put the cage with Casey in the back of the truck, and we slid in for the long car ride home. As soon as the car started moving, I climbed up and put my feet on the back of the seat so I could look at Casey. I remembered the pigs. I remembered how happy they had been all the time, how fun it had been to have them with us. I understood now that they had found a new home back with their mother where they belonged. I did not know if I would ever see them again, but it had been wonderful to know them. Casey was watching me, his head twisted from one side to the other. I think he agreed. Okay, that is the end of our book, Lily to the Rescue, 2 Little Piggies. And next time I will be back with a new book. There's no more Lily to the Rescue books yet, but some more are coming out this summer. So you might want to get them so you can read them over the vacation. I'll be back next time with a new book.